Hey guys, Jarell here, Greywolf TV, back with our reactions to The 100. We're now on to episode 6. Previous one, we've had it all go to shit, as usual. However, Clarke has returned to see Lexa and somehow has managed to convince her that the only right move with what Pike has done here is to go with the philosophy of breaking the circle of violence, and blood should not have blood, in Lexa's words, and she seems to be going for it. I'm not sure what the rest of the clans are going to think about it, whether they're going to follow with that or not, I don't know. And Raven is hurting badly, and she has just taken the Kool-Aid from the pill that she's just taken that Jaha gave her. We're going to have to see what happens with that. I'm not going to surmise too much at this point. I'm just going to let the story tell me. So we will sit back and watch episode 6.
This is a gift from King Rowan of Asgeda for Winheda. The messenger said this is both proof of Asgeda's loyalty to the coalition.
Emerson.
Wow!
Pike's detail is still at it. Soil and water samples.
Any idea what they're up to?
No, but considering how heavily they're armed, I don't think they want
I need him to find out.
Double back towards the river. He can't have gotten far.
whatever it is.
They were willing to kill a kid to keep it quiet.
We're on it. You stay safe.
It's just unusual for pain to subside this quickly.
So, am I all clear?
Apparently.
Crap. Hey, you put us somewhere smart. Out of sight. Buy you some time.
Okay, let's get this meeting started. Welcome, Farm Station's own Monty Green and Factory Girl Zoe Monroe.
Is this where we're going?
That's right.
There's a village here. What about the people who live there?
Sector 4. We talked about this.
Yeah.
People there are not a threat.
We need that land. Every field must be cleared of stones before it's tilled.
We were spotted by a child, so they'll be expecting us. But they lost their fighters when we took out the army. We don't expect resistance.
They're grounders. They'll resist.
Blood must not have blood. That doesn't mean we can start taking
What
it.
would you prefer? Die fighting for your home or starve to death?
We need to discuss the fate of the last mountain man.
I believe he deserves death.
Titus is right.
So blood must not have blood applies. Only when it is my people who bleed.
That was about stopping a war. This is about finishing one. I'm sorry, but if you want my advice, I agree with Titus.
Banishment from our lands forever. Or death by 49 cuts from your hand. You have till sundown to decide.
What do you think happens when Lexa finds out that Sky Crew massacred another Grounder village?
War. More dead friends.
Yep.
Stop the attack. Stop a war.
Feeling better?
Better. I feel incredible. Thank you, both of you.
Thank you, Raven.
Now that you're back on the engineering corps, and
There we go.
we'd like you to do a job for us.
Thought so.
Name it. I've been looking for something for a long time. I believe that version 2 of my code is somewhere in the computer system of the Ark.
Why did there need to be a version 2? Was there something wrong with it?
Nothing's wrong.
No offense. I'm just saying programmers and engineers generally don't go to a version 2 unless there is...
Raven.
If you can gain me access to the mainframe, I can search for and download any
No.
residual code.
Sounds like a plan, Red.
show up.
Liar. I've seen your face. You were at the Battle of the Mountain. Do like Sky Crew. Your guns killed our brothers and sisters.
But I'm here to warn you that the soldiers who did that are coming here now. They want your land, and they will kill all of you to get it. You need to leave this place.
You're the one who saved Gabrielle.
You need to listen.
Don't leave.
Elevated levels of serotonin and dopamine in Raven's blood are consistent with her claims, and since it's within normal limits, I'd say it's not drug-induced.
We're on the brink of war we can't win. And all I can do to stop it is send kids into harm's way.
In case you haven't noticed, they're not kids anymore.
I've been trying to reach him, but Pike's influence is strong. And he really believes he's doing the right thing.
Why would the second AI be in space?
My creator thought she needed a more secure work environment.
So did you go too?
No. I was the reason she wanted a more secure environment.
Sounds to me like she was hiding you.
I've heard what they call you now. One-header. Commander of Death.
I should have known it was you. You told them how to destroy the mountain.
I want revenge. I want you to suffer the same way that I've suffered.
I appreciate the predicament you're in, Clarke, I do. After convincing Lexa not to avenge the massacre of our army, it must be hard for you to choose to take your own revenge. Help me to protect her. Blood must not have blood as folly. Our people will not accept it, and I fear it will get her killed.
Your scars run deep, Jasper.
You only get scars once you've healed. See you on the other side.
Am I interrupting?
Not at all. Please join us.
You seem to be working miracles with these. What is it? And I don't want to hear that it's a key. Give me the science.
It's a silicon-based device. Once ingested, the filaments reconstitute in the brain stem and interrupt pain receptors, inhibiting certain neural pathways from firing.
Would you mind if I run some trials on it? I just want to make sure that there aren't any side effects. Would you have given it to Wells without testing it first?
Wells?
Uh-oh. He's forgotten. God, that makes you forget.
I'm shutting you down.
That's not necessary. Please, Abby. It's been so long since I've thought of my son. We cannot let her stop us.
Don't worry, Thelonious.
I'll keep an eye on her. Come on.
There they come. They know you're coming.
Maybe no one's home.
Hello? Anyone here?
Maybe they saw our lights and left.
Help me! Get out of there! It's a trap!
Take your own good.
Ah! Take command! Take cover!
Damn.
Fall back! Fall back! Stay away from me!
Come on, turn!
This is what you get for your arrogance.
One head up.
You first.
Vengeance is yours.
With Finn, she did it. Is she gonna do it again?
No.
I don't know if your death would bring me peace. I just know I don't deserve it. I wouldn't be killing you for what you've done. I'd be killing you for what I've done. I run Disha FM Son Round Up. Juice no drain, juice no.
Nona negara e komwan run up. One header knows this. Her actions show us a promise for a new future. A world in which violence does not always answer violence. This prisoner is banished from my lands. He will live, but he will live with the ghosts of those he has lost.
We need to talk about your sister. 2 of our people died today because of her.
Octavia tried to warn us.
Yes, after she warned them. Someone in this camp is giving her information. I need to know who.
We both know.
We have no proof. We need to find me some.
One problem at a time. There's no trace of Allie's code or anything like it on the Ark.
13.
What? The Ark was made up of 12 stations, that's true. But there were supposed to be 13.
I didn't find that on any of the data.
That's because it was scrubbed.
Blowing a space station out of the sky to get others to join isn't exactly an inspirational Unity Day story. All I know is that it happened. That it was called Polaris.
Okay, WTF moment. What the f... So there was a 13th station. I didn't... Did we know this information? I'm sure we didn't. So that's possibly where her hidden code, upgrade, firmware, whatever, is. I got mistaken there as well. We saw... When Murphy first discovered that bachelor pad, whatever you want to call it, when they first got there, the lad that we saw commit suicide, I thought he was the original programmer of Ali, and then she's just said now Becca. Now that's a girl's name, I'm presuming. And she said she mentioned she went into space to work on her program. She said she went into space because she felt she needed somewhere more secure. So that was one of these space stations that eventually became the Ark. But it was the 13th one that they said they blew up to get the others to join. We don't know anything about that information. I suppose we'll just have to wait for more on that, because that's the first time they've mentioned anything to do with that. So we'll put that to one side in a little box and we'll leave that there for now. I had a feeling when it came to it that Clarke wouldn't go through with it and kill him. The last mountain man. What she's done there is probably the correct move, because he really wanted you to kill him. He's been captured. He's nothing else left to live for. He's no one else left. He knows he's not going to get any more revenge than what he's already done, and he knows his time's at an end, and he was probably welcoming death, and you've now just given him something far worse. He's now got to live with it. And not only is he going to live with it, he's going to live with it, as Lexa mentioned, outside of her lands for the rest of his life, knowing he's the only one left. That's brilliant. And she's done it. It obviously twigged in her straight away. I need to walk that line that I've come up with Lexa. She's right. If I'm going to say blood must not have blood, I need to not punish someone for something that I can't blame them for. It was something I did that's made them respond the way that they've done, that's made me think that I should punish them. So she is kind of right there. But that is what a leader needs to do. Now then, don't even get me frigging started with Pike. This guy's systematically knocking down fences and walls between everyone in Arcadia as he goes along, and we know he's already brainwashed everyone on his side, but in particular Bellamy, and now he is making sure that Bellamy goes and brings him someone who he can blame for what's just happened, for them wanting to get that land, which is now useless because the grounders have poisoned it. Otherwise, he's pretty much said that, otherwise it's going to be your sister who's going to answer for this. And we know the one thing that will stop Bellamy in his tracks is his sister. He's not going to let anything happen to his sister, regardless of what anyone else says, Pike included. Meanwhile, Abby's going to run some tests on these little chips. And as she said, tell me what they do. Scientifically, tell me what they do. And Ali actually let Jarha reel off what they do. So they basically rewire the synaptic pathways and block pain receptors in the hippocampus. And because of that, I think, because that's the area that they're located in, they're taking away. Because they're taking away pain on a physical level and an emotional level and a psychological level, that's removing anything that's caused that pain, which can include memories that have caused pain, which is why Jarha was like, Wells. And she's like, hello, your son. He'd forgotten. That's not good. So long term, how much are you going to forget if you carry on with these chips? So I want to see the results of what Abby. I want to see the results of what Abby gets from these chips, because she's not going to hand them back. They're going to get them back though, because the other guy who works for her is now drinking the Kool-Aid as well. God damn it. Right, I think we'll leave it there and we'll see what happens in the next episode. But right at the end, just before we'll finish, the 13th one, he said, was called Polaris. And part of it is right there in the room where he is torturing Murphy. It was on the side pod. I saw PO something IS, so it's there. So if it was blown up in space, it's re-entered, or parts of it have re-entered, and they've got some of the remains of it in there. So part of Ali's code could be in that capsule, or whatever it is, remains of it. It could even be an escape pod. And the grounders have it. And it's at that it's at the tower where they are. Cool. Can't wait for more. Series just keeps getting better and better. Right, guys, that was episode 6. I'll be back for episode 7 very soon. Until then, go and hit that subscribe, turn your notifications on, and by all means, post in the comments. I do like to interact with you guys, and I like to hear your thoughts on how this series is going, but don't give me any spoilers. And I will see you for the next episode very soon. Until then, thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.